he's on. From comic book characters to movie stars to K-pop idols, Funko boasts of a wide range of vinyl figurines. And with Filipino figures now included in their selection, the Philippines stands as one of their biggest markets. Here to talk us about their journey towards recreating pop cultural icons through collectibles is Funko CEO Brian Mariotti from the Funko Headquarters in Everett, Washington. Hi, Brian! All the way in the US, but you are here as well in Manila through your own pop. How are you?
Oh, that's probably the lowest selling pop in the history of pop culture right there, but that's okay.
Great to have you with us. You have so many fans here in the Philippines, Brian. And of course, we've had our share of Funko Pops from you have the likes of Jollibee, you have Darna, and of course, the Green Archer. How important is the Philippine market for Funko?
It's extremely important. It's one of the most wonderful fan bases we have. I think it's over 130,000 fans on different Facebook clubs on Facebook for Funko Philippines. And I think it's our sixth largest collector country that we have. So it's an amazingly important part of what we do, which is connecting fans to everything that they love in pop culture.
That's huge. The sixth biggest market of Funko worldwide. And you have many fans here. My social media has been flooded with questions. Brian, many of them want to know, will there be more of these Filipino Funko characters very soon?
Of course there will. You guys are such a vocal, amazing fan base, and Funko has not grown to where we're at right now without listening to our fan base. This entire company was built on servicing the fans and their love of pop culture. So lots of new stuff will be coming up, and we're super excited to bring things that are localized and are near and dear to you guys' heart into the fanatic, lore. Yeah.
And those local products, like those Filipino characters, are they also popular overseas in other global markets for collectors?
They are. They're very desired in Southeast Asia as a whole. And obviously, we have a ton of fans that are from the Philippines in America as well. So, they'll start out as usually is Philippines exclusives, but they also migrate their way in the secondary market and fans, taking care of fans and sharing these products all over the world. So it's neat to have that we have something for you guys that's very special, but yet desired elsewhere in the world.
Here's another question from Funko collectors in the country. Are you planning to have an Asian headquarters or even a Philippine HQ or store in the future?
Yes, I love that idea. I think that, we have two very big retail spaces, one in Hollywood and one in Everett, Washington, right, which is our headquarters. And they've done phenomenally well. And we are coming up with new retail concepts. And I think when we put in the newest concept that we have in our heads, this is something that might be a little bit easier to put around the world. The ones that we have right now are extremely difficult to build and very pop culture meets Disneyland type of shopping. But I think we've got simpler concepts that are still the essence of Funko, the essence of pop culture that would travel very well. And I would imagine that someday you will see one in the Philippines.
And Funko has had success with toy designers like Ron English. Is there a chance, Brian, for Funko to collaborate with Filipino artists?
Yeah, we were very inspired when Pop came around by Asian-influenced toys, and this is collector toys aimed at adults that were very artistic in nature. So we take a lot of inspiration from amazing artists. We are lucky to be blessed with, I think, nearly now 300 artists in our own campus between Loungefly and Funko that we think are world-class as well. So there are always artists that are doing amazing things worldwide, and we take inspiration and also try to work with them. And I think there's an absolute possibility of making something like that happen.
Another question here from Funko Fanatic Philippines President Nico Lim. Mike Becker has visited the Philippines. Any plans for you, Brian Mariotti, to visit the country when the situation improves?
I love how Nico gets me on TV to force me to get over there, right? I mean, that's a smart move by him. Yeah, Mike and I talk about this a lot. Obviously, the pandemic put a little bit of a pin in travel, but I would say that you'll see probably Mike and I both fairly soon over there when this thing hopefully goes away and we're back to some sort of semblance of normal. Yes.
All Funko collectors here in the Philippines will be rolling out the red carpet for you and Mike. Here's another question. What is your most prized Funko Pop, Brian?
For me, it's my childhood hero, which is a blue dog, Huckleberry Hound from the Hanna-Barbera characters. I'm in my early 50s, and I grew up with the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Scooby-Doo, and Yogi Bear and Huckleberry Hound, and that's always been my favorite character. And so when we made that in pop form, it was a dream come true. I absolutely love Huckleberry Hound.
I have one of those. I have that Huckleberry Hound in my collection, Brian.
There you go. Amazing. Thank you for that.
You bought Funko in 2005. What has been the journey like over the past 16 years?
It's been amazing. It doesn't seem like 16 years. And they would say when you find something you love, it doesn't feel like work. That certainly applies to, running Funko for the last 16 years. And, as a company, we just put our head down and we've just done things that we love. The company is filled with so many passionate pop culture fans with so many ideas coming through their heads and my head that this is just finding ways to connect our fans to things they love. And, acquisitions like Loungefly that has brought in purses and bags and wallets and accessories into our product mix has been amazing as well, because now people can wear their love of pop culture in an elevated style and fashion. And so it just doesn't seem like it's been that long. It's been an amazing journey, but this company has been built on fans and their love of pop culture. And so we are eternally grateful and will never lose sight of what got us there, which is fandom and fandom of everything that is pop culture.
And of course, a lot of Filipinos want to go to your Everett, Washington State headquarters, to Hollywood, but a lot of us have not been able to leave the country because of this pandemic. So how have you been able to pivot the business during this COVID-19 crisis?
Yeah, Rico, I think the biggest thing is trying to find ways to better our direct-to-consumer business. I mean, there was a lot of our bigger retailers that had to shut down purchases because they needed necessities, right? And there was a focus on just making sure that people had enough, household goods to get through the pandemic. So we had to focus a lot of our energies in shipping directly to our customer base. And that's still an evolving journey. We're nowhere near where we want to be. I know there's a sincere desire for global shipping, but we did manage to get into Europe with FunkoEurope.com. That was about 3 years ahead of schedule. Funko USA shipping is through the roof, but there is a plan in the very near future to figure out how to ship to all countries, including the Philippines, directly. And so that's something that is a huge initiative with our company, putting in a new ERP, a new global digital e-commerce solution next year. And all that's going to feed subsequent growth and how to directly engage our fans one-on-one through direct-to-consumer.
And that's great news, to directly ship to the Philippines, because a lot of the collectors, of course, it's through a friend, a relative in the United States, then they ship it to the Philippines. So, Brian, you will become the Chief Creative Officer of Funko next year. Why are you stepping aside as CEO?
There's certain things I'm really good at, and there's certain things I'm not really good at. And so what I love and what it's passionate about is creating products, connecting to fans, dealing with our licensing partners, which is the lifeblood of our company, all the wonderful licenses we have. We have 1,100 licenses, more than any other company on the planet, and dealing with our retail partners. And everything else I'm really not that great at. And so elevating Andrew, who's been our partner and our president for the last 5 years, I think he's going to be an amazing CEO. He's going to free me up to continue to focus on what makes Funko special, which is products and fan interaction. And I think that's something that has been near and dear to my heart. And as we've grown bigger and bigger, my skill set seems better served for this. It lets me have a little bit more fun. I'm getting a little bit older, and probably extends my work life a little bit. And so we've got an amazing upcoming CEO in Andrew Perlmutter. He's been an amazing partner for me over the years, and we're in good hands. And he's going to let me focus on what is fun for our fans.
And finally, Brian, please greet your Filipino fans.
You guys, I can't thank you so. It's just an amazing amount of support you guys give us. We are so passionate about bringing things that are exciting to you, to your marketplace, and we thank you from the bottom of our heart. So from everybody at Funko, we can't thank you enough.
Maraming salamat. That means thank you very much in Filipino, and mabuhay Long live Funko. Thank you so much for joining us, Brian Mariotti, CEO of Funko.